It's a rummage sale with Troy Johnson today.
Look at what these kids got.
Yeah,
This
he's
is
just giving it
awesome.
away.
Yeah.
He's like, here's
Elbow
one for you.
guard. Look at Troy.
He's the Oprah Winfrey of the Rockies.
Christian,
You get a glove.
You get a glove. You get a towel. You get a batting glove. He's awesome. Michael Lorenzen is awesome as well, especially on the mound of late. Michael, over the last 7 games, as Billy was telling you, has been really good. It'll need to be really good against this lineup because the Nats have been fantastic all year, and this young man, 2-time All-Star, is leading the parade. He's just 23. James Wood, Luis Garcia Jr., Jose Teno bat third this afternoon or this evening. C.J. Abrams will follow. He's homered in each of the last 2. Curtis Mead, a breakout year for the native of Adelaide, Australia. Dalen Lyle with his pretty swing is in the lineup. K-Bear Ruiz back in there for Blake Butera, and then it's Nasim Nunez and Jacob Young, 2 guys at the bottom of the lineup who fly.
Yes, they do. Well, Michael Lorenzen, 21st start of the year. We talked about the last 7 starts. He has figured out the perfect mix, but he's also had really good success against the Washington Nationals. You go back to August 9th, 2023, second start with the Philadelphia Phillies. First one at the bank, rocking the Vans, and he threw a no-hitter. 14th no-hitter in Phillies franchise history, did 124 pitches. And this came after he was traded as an all-star from the Detroit Tigers to Philadelphia. What a special moment for Lorenzen. Do that again.
Absolutely. Take a look at the defenders behind Michael Lorenzen tonight. Jake McCarthy's in left field. Cole Carrick is patrolling center. Troy Johnston has not given his glove away, so he is in right field. Kyle Karros, Ezekiel Tovar, Willie Castro, TJ Rumfield, Hunter Goodman. And Troy was giving everything away before the ball game.
As long as he doesn't give away his hits.
Nope.
Gotta keep those for yourself. You can be selfish with your hits.
And first pitch swinging, fouled off on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and we're underway. We visited a little bit today with James Wood. He came over, and what a pleasant young man. And I mean, we've seen him on the field, Spilly. He's enormous.
Well, compared to you and to me, yes, he's big too.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to loud laugh that bad.
No, I mean, yeah, to me, he's a giant.
Yeah, no.
Most people are, but I mean,
So,
to Huey, he's a giant.
He's a gentle giant, though. I mean, he was so gracious, so much fun to talk to.
Yep, he's a good young man.
Yes,
who
he
is
is.
uber talented. 1-2.
I believe his mom's in town. So his mom is one of my favorites. She has a great presence on social media. She always reminds people it's James Wood, not James Woods, the actor.
2-2. That's foul. That was close.
Almost like that ball he hit last night, too, down the left field. That one was a base hit last night, but same area.
I think James believes this is a hit.
Pretty close. Fortunately, it was called foul. So let's see where Lorenzen goes here. 2-2 on Wood. Obviously, with those long arms, has great plate coverage.
It's not just the plate coverage, it's the discipline. So as a leadoff hitter, it's been 101 plate appearances for Wood in that leadoff spot. He's reached safely 44 times. It's a .436 on base percentage as a leadoff.
Strike 3. So Lorenzen wins the battle. He threw a backdoor cutter, Spilly.
And I love this because we talked about it where Lorenzen's using his sinker and the changeup a lot more at Coors. He also uses the backdoor cut fastball. So a little cutter, 91 miles an hour, perfectly executed, just paint.
Luis Garcia Jr. taking the whole way. That looked like a Luis Arise take, didn't it?
Auto take. Just standing like a statue.
just missed 1-1. Huey, when he does that, talking about a rise, you're like, if the pitch was coming at him, I don't think he could move out of the way.
No,
he just literally is a statue.
Locked in. Not many guys could do that.
2-1 on Garcia Jr. When you look up and down this lineup, and we don't see the Nationals on a regular basis, first time this year clearly, you say, well, how are they doing it? You know about Wood and you know about C.J. Abrams. 2-2. Garcia Jr. has a career high in home runs. He's within 2 of his career best in ribbies. Curtis Mead has really come on. K-Bear Ruiz has been good. Jacob Young's a different hitter than he was in the past. And so when you see them and then you look at all of these guys that are not national names and you put them together and you say, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, I mean, it took us a day to watch them and we're like, okay. I mean, guys with career highs, talking to guys within the coaching staff about what they've worked on with some of these players.
But that's what you need, right? We talk about it all the time. You need maybe some stories you weren't quite expecting. Or maybe you thought, hey, one guy will take the lead, not 3 or 4 to that kind of next level.
There's their young manager, 33-year-old Blake Butera. He's an impressive young guy. This is fouled off. I'm chatting with him, and I asked him straight up, I go, okay, you come from a baseball family. His dad played professionally. I said, how'd you end up in Beantown from Louisiana? His older brother had gone there, but they used to go to Pawtucket. Your dad was playing, and his dad was very fond of the New England area. That's why they grew an affection for Boston. And both brothers ended up playing at Boston College. 2 outs as Jose Tena comes up. And let's check the Ford keys to the game.
We'll talk about the long and short of it for Lorenzi. Got to keep the ball in the ballpark. We know what the struggles have been with the starters, but also Washington staff. And then eyes wide open. The Rockies offense attack Carson Palmquist before you get to Michaelis, and no break for Jake. Keep that on-base streak alive. Currently sitting at 15.
This has eyes, and it's going to find center field. So Jose Tena with a 2-out single on the mishit, topped ground ball, if you will. And that'll bring up C.J. Abrams.
Now, this has happened to Lorenzen all season long. He has a really high batting average ball in play. It's started to go down the last 7 games, but you can see Michael a little bit frustrated with himself because he had a chance to almost make a great play and it went right past his glove.
Side on Abrams. His 22 home runs and his 72 ribbies are the high watermark for any shortstop in the National League. Uh-oh, this ball's well hit right center field on a hot night, and it's going to sail out. That's 3 straight games that Abrams has homered. And once again, the first inning has hurt the Rockies of late. They're down 2-0. And it's been the long ball.
Well, for C.J. Abrams, that's now his 20th home run against a right-handed pitcher. He just got a little cut fastball. Lorenzo wants that one back on the AutoNation Subaru pitchcast. Ends up being a barrel finder. He wanted that pitch outside like he threw it to James Wood, but that one just stays center.
So 2-0 Washington last night. It was Andreas Chaparro with the 3-run home run in the first. And then on Sunday against the Reds, Ryan Feltner gave up a 3-run home run to Nathaniel Lowe in the first, and also a Tyler Stevenson 2-run home run. You have to go back to Saturday against the Reds, the last time the Rockies didn't give up a run in the first inning.
Yeah, that was Sugano with the 7-pitch first.
That's right. And Sugano, in fact, had a 1-2-3 second as well. So again, the Rockies have to play uphill. 1-2 on me. And that sweeper induces a strikeout, 2 punch-outs in the inning, but the C.J. Abrams home run gives the Nats a 2-0 beginning.
Yep.
Rockies look to get back in the win column. They've dropped 5 out of 6, and they're facing a guy they know well. Carson Palmquist, again, will be the opener tonight in front of Miles Michaelis. That doesn't necessarily, Ryan Spielborgs, mean just 3 outs.
No, if he's rolling, he'll keep him going. It is good to see Carson Palmquist, former 3rd rounder from University of Miami back in 2022 with the Rock Show.
And his fastball, it's going to live around Huey, 88 to 90 miles an hour. He hides it well, and it plays up because of
his extension.
His extension.
Yeah. You know, the problem that Carson had here when he was in a Rockies uniform was falling behind too much. And the big league hitters are going to just wait him out.
You saw the numbers for Carson with the Nationals. I mean, it's 9 2/3, 12 punch-outs during that time frame. More than a strikeout per inning pitch. Only 2 walks.
He had one outing where he was quote-unquote opening and went 3 1/3 in front of Michaelis. Jake has reached in 15 straight, and he goes down here. That's unusual. He does not strike out a ton. 1 out, and that'll bring up the switch hitting center fielder Cole Carey.
This is where Palmquist with that low release slot throws it uphill. He's got 7.2 feet of extension, so even though it says 91 miles an hour, it plays closer to 94.
But even 91, I'm not sure, or I can't remember seeing very many pitches that he threw when he was wearing purple at 91.
Carrick takes a strike right at 90. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Cole 4 for 9 so far in the second half. Tonight is just his 35th big league game. His 109th at bat. An OPS perspective, he's just below 900, 886. He has been really, really good. 2-1. And you love when guys take coaching and wrap their arms around it. And the reason I bring this up is Cole Carrick was told you gotta develop a better strike zone, and he's got a base hit here on a breaking ball. He whips around first and slams on the brakes. That was textbook on how you circle first base on a single, especially to left field. But his strike zone is really good, Spilly.
It's got a lot better, and I think a lot of hitters, because you're working with the EBS system in the minor leagues, it gives you plenty of time to learn your strike zone. There's that little sweeping slider for Cole. His right-handed swing, it's hard to tell the difference between his right and left hand. If we were to flip it, it looked just like his left-handed swing.
Hunter Goodman takes a sweeper at 73 for a strike. We just talk about timing up guys who have high velocity. You also have to go the other direction. Time up the guys that don't throw quite as hard, right?
Yeah, it's almost like trying to time up that knuckleball, you know? But like, yeah, back-to-back 73-mile-an-hour sweepers. Most sweepers you see now are, you know, they're still maybe in the high 70s, maybe touching 80.
You can see Hunter still trying to time it up. He got 3 in a row in the low 70s, which I don't care what the offering is. You just don't see pitches much below 80 miles an hour.
No. Well, this is where he can throw that upshoot fastball then at 90, and it just seems like it's 109.
That was half a step in a dive, Huey.
Yeah. It was a perfect distance. Maybe just a little bit further. instead of the full step and a dive.
Oh, 2 on Hunter. He reached back and got 92. Stood up Hunter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunter, of course, 2 days ago, his second 3-homer game of the season. Sitting on 30. Foul down the left field line. Always find it fascinating, fellas, when a pitcher is throwing to a guy who caught him.
There's no advantage. You would think that there is. There's not. I mean, you still have to have your timing. You still have to swing at strikes.
What about the sequencing part?
Now it's a different catcher. It asks the pitcher to throw whatever you want.
2-2.
I mean, does it help having caught and received somebody so you know if it has late movement? Yes, of course.
Does it help at all that I know 2-2 he likes to throw this pitch?
Yeah, but
against righties.
It depends on what's being called behind home plate from Keibert Ruiz.
This ball in the air to right. Got under it enough that James Wood has a play. 2 outs. That'll bring up Willie Castro as Carrick returns to first base. Let's check Washington defensively. Dalen Lyle has really come on as a left fielder. Last year in his rookie season, just so-so, but they think he's a plus outfielder now. Jacob Young, terrific in center. James Wood is in right. And then up the middle, it's Abrams and Nunez. On the corners, Curtis Mead and Luis Garcia Jr. And their everyday guy, Keibert Ruiz, behind the dish, as Spilly was mentioning. Same thing with Willie. Another strong guy from the right side, and Huey, at least the early pattern from Palmquist is we're going to go super soft.
Yeah, soft, and show you the fastball. I mean, that's basically his MO, and that's kind of what he was doing maybe the last couple appearances for the Rockies too.
And this is popped up in foul ground. Garcia will have it, and that's all for the Rockies in the first. 2-0 Washington. Back in a moment.
Well, you can score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Rockies, the official source for your Rockies gear.
So our producer Allison Vigil, do you see that last picture, Spilly?
Now I was reading.
The last
The rain?
picture, well, the top of that mountain over there, that's where her home is. And she's saying it's raining at home. We need rain. We do need rain. We need lots of it. Dalen Lyle, 247 average. Slaps this one foul. He had a hit coming off the bench yesterday. Lyle, in his second at bat, hit an RBI triple in the 9th inning. It's pretty swing, Jeff Houston.
It is. We were talking about like Michael Brantley last night. It's just so simplistic. A little toe tap, and then the hands are just in a great launching position.
Well, our buddy next door, Kevin Franson, said it is his favorite swing in all of baseball. And Franny, Spilly, a lot like you. I mean, he studies like every swing. 3-1. Keibert Ruiz on deck.
I mean, everything that we look for as we look for hitters is being consistently on time, simplicity of the swing. Here's Franny, big dork. How many hitters, or what type of pitchers you can hit, right? You want to be able to face high velocity, off speed, and you can tell with Lyle, he just has a good feel for hitting.
Here's the 3-2. What's the over/under on how many times Franny makes an appearance in our booth tonight in the 9 innings?
2.5.
Does it count before the game too, or just like during the game?
Well, he blew out.
I know, that's what I mean.
He's way
over
over that
asking.
pregame. He's the best. Swung on and missed. So Lorenzen pulls the string and gets his 3rd strikeout. And when that changeup's on, Lorenzen punches tickets.
Well, there's no question. And again, we're showing you that he loves to throw his changeup at Coors Field because it allows him to set up his fastball. That was a pitch where he talked about how Tanner Gordon gave him a cue a couple of weeks ago that has unlocked his changeup. It was his own teammate, which is awesome.
Keibert Ruiz takes ball 1. And I don't think that's super unusual, Huey.
No, that
I mean, those guys
happens a lot.
spend so much time together.
Well, and it happens with hitters too.
This is in the air to left. Jake McCarthy's first opportunity. 2 gone. That'll bring up Nasim Nunez as you look at TG. Tanner Gordon.
Yeah.
What a job he did the other day. 5 1/3.
Huge.
Saving the bullpen.
That was vitally important.
Just one earned run.
And look, see, they're close friends. So he and Zach Agnos, they're sharing a bag of seeds. That's what teammates do.
And sometimes your best coach is your teammate.
1-0 on Nunez. You know, baseball's changed a lot, even from when you came in the game, Huey, in that everything's about hit the ball in the air, hit the ball in the air. This is one of the rare cases with Nunez where I think hitting coach will tell him, you hit it on the ground.
Get on top of the ball. Because that's the way it used to be. It's like, okay, get on top of it, try to hit, line drives right back. For Nunez, that's what he needs to do. I mean, that's his game. He plays it well. He and Troy Johnston are really good friends. They came up together in the Marlins system. When Troy was playing first, he was talking about Nunez playing shortstop. Yeah, and just how much he taught him about the infield play.
The last 2 games that we've seen Nunez, he has spoiled a lot of pitches.
That's one thing as a hitter, though. You have to know yourself before anything else. What type of hitter am I?
Yeah, and be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And this is looped to center field, and it's going to drop. So with 2 outs, you have to deal with Nunez's speed as he's greeted at first by Corey Ray.
Similar to the first inning, Lorenzen gets the first 2 outs and then a single. And Jacob Young is another guy where we were spending some time with people around the Nationals, and we were asking about, how does this guy turn around? And a lot of people told Jacob Young to hit the ball on the ground because he's fast. But for right-handers versus a lefty, Huey,
This is a little bit different.
yeah, you don't want a right-handed speed guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Well, and then it just messes with you mentally, too. Okay, then it takes you a while to decide, okay, is this the type of hitter I am, or is that?
1 strike on Jacob Young. Nunez is going to draw attention. He leads baseball in stolen bases with 37. And it's not particularly close. 7 ahead of Bobby Witt Jr. This is fouled off. 0-2.
We're talking about a guy taking a lead, too. It's normally from the backside of the bag. He went more of a straight line to second. But for Nunez, he's about a foot or so, maybe a foot and a half towards the outfield grass when he takes his lead.
Pretty close.
I think he just got the hand back in there, Drew.
That was like a high contact pick at first with Rumpfield like diving across trying to get Nunez.
Well, because the way Nunez comes back towards the bag, he's so far away. See how far away he is from that back corner? So it's a super long reach.
Outside 1-2. This is normally, especially with 2 outs, given his plus speed, where you'd see a guy like a Nunez take off. Not going though, and it's fouled off.
That's because Michael's doing everything in his power to keep that from happening.
Savvy veteran, right?
It's totally messy with the timing.
Yeah. I mean, he's holding it, and another time he'll come set, and then bam, he's going to the plate.
And this ball is hooked down the left field line, foul. Got it off the end of the bat. Well, Michael Lorenzen knows these Nationals well. His overall ERA against the Nats is not great. It's slightly over a 5 in 16 appearances. However, in capital letters, back on August 18th of 23, in his first ball game at home at Citizens Bank for the Phillies, he no-hit the Nats. There goes the runner, throw to second.
Is there a strike 3 at home?
And it may have been 4 outs because he may have gotten it. It's a good throw by Goodman, but more importantly, the strikeout of Jacob Young ends the inning. Middle of 2. When we come back, TJ Rumpfield will lead things off for the Rockies. They're down 2-0.
One unforgettable weekend is coming to Coors Field.
Well, it is Taco Tuesday. The Nationals are leading 2-0 over the Rockies. So, because it is Taco Tuesday, we love Taco Bell. They brought us nacho fries, which are awesome. You can have some of these. These are legendary nacho fries. And today we did the Cantina Chicken Mexican Pizza, which I'm a big fan of. So we're going to crush these and hopefully crush it while there's Rockies are scoring a bunch of runs.
Ball 1 on TJ Rumpfield. Rumpfield, Karos, Moniak. Second inning of work for the former Rocky Carson Palmquist, who is the, put it in air quotes, the opener tonight for the Nationals. Boy, you just got to wait.
Go ahead, Spilly.
What were you going to say, Spilly?
Nothing is so great.
Some of your best analysis of the year.
Good luck with him, Drew.
I thought he was clear, concise.
He was very.
Two balls and a strike. Huey, it's all yours for the next 3 innings.
Yeah, exactly. Because by the time he eats that pizza, then he'll need something to wash it down with, and it's a whole thing.
No, I'm good.
That's a called strike. 2-2. Miles Michaelis has begun his preparation to come in. There's the 37-year-old. Three and 2.
I kind of look at it the way that the Rockies set up their lineup. So you have TJ right here, then Kyle Karos, then you have 2 more lefties in Moniak and Troy Johnson. So you're kind of curious how far they'll let Palmquist go, because it makes a lot of sense to at least get him to Tovar.
He dropped down and he misses, so Rumpfield draws a walk. And the Rockies have the leadoff man on here in the second in front of Karos.
A veteran at bat from a rookie.
He's been like that all year.
I know, but I was just thinking, you know, even with the drop down, and he threw 3 straight fastballs too.
That was TJ's 42nd double, which is now leading the Rockies. It's 1 more than Kyle Karos. And Kyle just got hit.
So now 2 on and no one out.
So the walk to TJ, and now the hit by pitch.
Ow.
back leg slider, and now you start wondering for Miles Michaelis, who they're going to use as a bulk reliever, if you're going to get a regular reliever up, because this could be a high traffic inning.
Yeah, sometimes the inning turns sideways quickly, and that's what we hope happens, because Michaelis, he's just started his process, Huey.
Yeah, so he's not
way inside.
Yeah, so he's not quite to the point maybe where he's like, okay, I can get ready in 20 pitches. So to Spilly's point, you get that reliever who's used to getting hot in a hurry and then saving Michaelis for maybe the next inning to start the inning.
A line drive, right center. Rumfield's going to get a green light from Andy Gonzalez. He'll score. Going first to third is Karros. It's a 2-1 ball game. Mickey Moniak with his 41st ribby.
For Mickey, he gets a sinker away from him, but he just rips it right back up the middle. He gets around it, a little bit of a hook to the swing, and that's what Mickey's also looking at trying to do, is pull the baseball. But this inning is backfired for the Nationals because of how the inning let off with T.J. Rumfield in a walk.
And a subtle, big part of this inning already, the base running of Kyle Karros, Jeff Houston.
Even he had to freeze too for a second, just based on where that ball was. And sometimes it's hard. I know we have to check the outfielders, we have to check the infielders, but sometimes the depth perception. So he thought that ball was a little bit closer to second base than it was, but then once he saw the center fielder and Jacob Young having to move so far to his left, he knew he could make it to third. Well done on the base running.
So no one out, one-run game. Troy Johnston at the plate. Overall hitting .295.
I always like it when teammates give some information to one another, and TJ quickly says something to Troy Johnson. He probably says, "You're handsome." And that arm slot, the fastball velocity probably gets in on you.
It's the other way around. Troy Johnston would have said to TJ, "You're handsome."
Yes.
Hey, before you go up right now, I just want you to know, you're handsome.
1-1 strike. It feels like Troy's been hitting the ball hard, not getting the results at least the last 10 days. He's 3 for his last 28.
But the swing's been better than that. Those numbers would tell you.
Yeah, I concur. This to center field should tie up the ball game. Young goes back. Karros tags, and he'll come home. 2-2. Good at bat from Troy Johnston.
Well, maybe the information TJ shared with them helped him. So we'll give TJ a little bit of credit for this.
Let's give Kyle Karros some credit too. We were talking about him getting over to third to give Troy that opportunity. A lot of great team baseball.
Yeah, so important to run the base as well. So important, especially at cavernous Coors Field, to take the extra base. So here's Tovar. And Tovey takes a pitch, and it's going to be challenged by K-Bear Ruiz. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
The pitch is a strike. It's a 1-1.
And it was a strike.
It's kind of the way it is, right?
Tovey's probably going, well, that figures, because we know how aggressive he is. We talk incessantly about it. So he takes what he thought was a pitch down and in and gets flipped around on. That's going to go foul by about 6 feet, unfortunately. Tovey's in that 0-2 hole, which unfortunately he's been in 30% of the time. Getting a little work on Kyle Karros' lower leg where he got hit. Palmquist strikes out Tovar for out number 2. And that'll bring up Jake McCarthy. Jake's been on 15 consecutive games.
It's been lefties, righties, you name it. Power, the bunt, pull side, opposite field. And Jake's been in some kind of place. And a lot of it just has to do with the way that the Rockies roster is constructed. Normally, he probably wouldn't have had these at-bats against a guy like Palmquist. It would have been a Brent Doyle or a Jordan Beck, but with their injuries, it's been Jake McCarthy.
Line drive, base hit for Jake. Around second, heading to third is Moniak. McCarthy into second. They're going to send Moniak. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. And the Rockies take the lead as McCarthy takes third base. Oh, that Jake McCarthy. What a season he's having.
Jake, another left-on-left hit. He came in hitting 360 against lefties. Now, watch Andy Gonzalez. This is a very aggressive set. Moniak was in between. He wasn't sure if he was going to send him, and then just a super creative slide to get past Keber Ruiz. What a play. That was fun.
It's a new career high, reaching in 16 straight for McCarthy, and there's a creative slide. Here's Carrick. And Carrick loops one to center. It's got to get down, and it is down. Base hit, and the Rockies have a fourth run. Cole Carrick coming through, his 24th ribby.
They tried to squeeze the extra inning out of Carson Palmquist. Oh, it's so nice when you just fight one off, isn't it, Spilly?
There's nothing better than this, and you're right. Blake Butera and the Nationals, they try to get creative here and try to see if they could get Carson Palmquist through a bunch of the lefties against the Rockies, but it bit them.
Big second inning counter punch from the Rock Show. They're up 4-2.
Only in theaters. Rated PG.
The Rockies went pretty quietly in the first inning. They've been loud here in the second. Cole Carrick moments ago drove in the Rockies' fourth run. He's at first. Hunter Goodman coming up to face 37-year-old Miles Michaelis. This is by design. Palmquist was going to be the opener. They were hoping to get him through the second inning. That didn't work out. Swung on and missed by Hunter Goodman. Hunter fly ball to right last inning.
Michaelis as a starter this season, 8.53 ERA, but as this bulk reliever, it's basically cut the ERA at more than half.
Carrick looks like a sprinter, a stock car. I mean, he is really into his legs when he takes that lead.
Well, I've talked to Doug Bernier. I mean, this is one of the most aggressive leads in baseball. He's close to 14 feet off the bat. Most guys are around 11 to 12 feet.
It's a perfect distance.
But you can't make one mistake.
Did you see that we had a great shot of Michaelis there, and he kind of looked up and said, oh man, that's two disengagements, right? I mean, reading his mind. That's what at least my interpretation of his facial reaction. Lead gets stretched by a half a foot. And there he goes. They pitch out, throw is low, stolen base regardless. Carrick stayed on the bag. Huey, when you can steal a bag and they pitch out, and you get a slide step,
and everybody figures you're going to go after two disengagements, you're doing something right. But it comes down to the extra distance that he got on that steal. Because Nunez had to pick this, so that makes it more difficult than to try to apply the tag.
He's 3 for 5 on the season, and he's only going to improve his rate. I mean, he's going to be at at least 20 steals a year type of player.
Yeah, I think, you know, you don't want to get too far over your skis. Let the young man develop, right? But
20 is reasonable.
Yeah, but where I was going with this is he honestly has 20, 25, 25 type of ability when you include home runs in the equation.
He did come off the bat. Good jumps. See how he stayed low, though. You know, sometimes guys will be so low in their legs and then stand up. But right there, he came off, but he got his foot back on the bag. That's the only thing that you have with that sliding mitt, that oven mitt, that sometimes you just can't grab onto the bag. You'll just slide over the top of it.
The only guy who's produced faster sprint speeds this year has been Jake McCarthy than Cole Carrick. One and two on Goodman. And this has got a lot of English on it, and Nunez hangs in there and throws out Hunter. Great inning for the Rockies, who are down 2-0 about 10 minutes ago. They'll take a 4-2 lead to the third. Great slide from Moniak.
.com to win.
Colorado Rockies baseball is presented by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. And by Law Tigers. Injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. 94 degrees at first pitch tonight. Those kids could care less. They're happy to be at the yard. Jeff Houston cared greatly. He's got some cloud cover for Huey.
Perfect right now.
James Wood at the plate. He takes strike one from Lorenzen. Michael's got a 2-run lead now to work with. Top of the third, top of the order. Wood, Garcia, and Tenna. Nats with their victory yesterday, 51-50. The last time through 100-plus games they were over 500 was
2019.
Yeah, 2019, their World Championship season. Towering pop-up to the disappointment of Wood. Center field, Carrick.
I feel like Carrick loses his hat every time he takes off running.
I think he does.
McCarthy has to go get it. He's like, here you go.
I grew up.
Look at him, he's shaking his head. Did you see him? He's like, come on, man.
Trap.
Do you know, I grew up, as you guys know, in New York, and I was a Mets fan. And one of my favorite all-time Mets was Mookie Wilson. And Mookie could not run. You remember, he could not.
No.
He had a lot of triples. Mookie could fly. He played his tail off. Mookie could not run anywhere without the helmet flying off. This is toward the gap, and it'll be a tweener for Garcia Jr. And it gets away from Carrick for a moment. Garcia Jr. picks it up, heading towards third, and he is there safely. See how they score that. I think it's going to be a double and an error.
Yeah, I agree with it. So off-speed pitch up. Garcia's just having an unbelievable year. If you make a mistake to him, he is driving it. And just the way it kicks off, see, it almost over-pursuited it. I don't know. You might get a triple just because he never slowed down.
Just the way the ball kind of went the other direction.
Big swing and a miss. The Rockies +2 bring the infield in. The idea, Huey, you were a shortstop and a good one, where teams bring the infield in now versus when you played for more than a decade, completely different.
Yeah, I mean, if you were up 4-2 and one out, you'd play back. Much different now.
That's the thing. It's the hitter. I mean, if Yordan Alvarez is up right now, you're not playing infielder. But with Tena and he puts the ball on the ground, you're going to play infield in.
Look, Willie's strong arm on the right side, though. He's back about 3 or 4 steps from the grass.
0-2 inside, 1-2. Lorenzen will be chasing a punch out here. Michael's already fanned 4 in the ball game. And change up, which has been his swing and miss pitch.
It's good to see because Lorenzen, early in the season, he really had no feel for his changeup. That used to be a pitch he'd say it. I used to throw this thing 9 out of 10 times, and I know it would be a strike. And then he said it was about 5 out of 10. He's getting it back to that number.
He comes back to the changeup here.
Throw a cutter up in it.
Right back to Michael, and Lorenzen goes right at Garcia. Contact play was on. Comebacker Lorenzen, who's such a marvelous athlete. He stabbed it, ran at the lead shoulder. Huey put the out away.
And didn't allow him to kind of juke out there. And he said, no, I'm going to cut you off going towards home first. And then that way I'll work you back, and you don't have an option to go either direction. Tag, you're in.
Garcia had a big smile to it. I mean, it's where he's supposed to go. He'll play a little outside backyard tag. And by the way, Lorenzen goes fastball up and in, just based on how the last pitch, he fouled it off down the left field line. He's like, I'm not going to allow him to speed up his bat.
Abrams, a 2-run home run in the first. He's homered 3 consecutive games. 2-time All-Star, former 6th pick in the entire draft out of Roswell, Georgia, by the Padres. Here's the 0-1. And this ball is well hit to right, and he's got another one. And he just tied it up, going to the second deck. He might start getting free passes. He is some kind of hot.
Not against right-handed pitching. And for Michael Lorenzen, it's now 12 of the 16 home runs he's given up this year have come to left-handed hitters. So the matchup just not in Lorenzen's favor. And for C.J. Abrams, that's his 24th home run. That's 21 against righties.
It's also multi-home runs for the National in 11 out of the last 12 games to a tune of 26 home runs.
Isn't that something else?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
they lead
crazy.
baseball in homers, and there's, perfect evidence. 11 out of 12 multi-homer games. They have 149 home runs. 2-0 on Meade. Actually, a called strike. Let me correct that. 1 ball, 1 strike on Meade. Meade struck out to end the first inning. Carrick in right center will make the catch. 2 out, 2-run home run in the first and again in the third for C.J. Abrams.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema.
Again, the A's. And for Nolan, of course, a double. You know he's going to have an extra base hit. Torey Lovello, his teammates. It is our UC Health scouting report. When you think about active players with 2,000 career hits, it's Freddie Freeman, Jose Altuve, Andrew McCutchen, who's with the Braves in the minor leagues, Paul Goldschmidt, Manny Machado, and then Nolan. And if you were to add Gold Gloves and homers, there's not another one like Nolan Arenado.
Willie Castro in a 4-4 game will lead it off. 4, 5, and 6 in Warren Schaefer's lineup tonight. Again, Miles Michaelis is now in. He got the final out, got Hunter Goodman to ground out in the second inning. And the 37-year-old with a big over-the-top curveball. It's 0-2 on Castro. 37 years of age. He's a well-traveled professional pitcher. Pitched in the Far East.
Turned his entire career around.
That's fouled off. Going back to that list, our UC Health scouting report. Congrats to Nolan, 2,000 hits. That group of active players: Freeman, Altuve, McCutchen, Goldschmidt, Machado, Arenado. Freeman's a lock for the Hall of Fame. I think Altuve's a lock. I think Machado is a lock. I think Goldie is probably ultimately going to make it. I think Nolan's a lock. I mean, 10 Gold Gloves, 2,000 hits, 350 homers. That's a small group. It's Griffey Jr., Willie Mays, Michael Jack Schmidt, Johnny Bench, Al Kaline.
Yeah, Hall of Fame.
And I'm not trying to slide Andrew McCutcheon. I know I didn't include him. I think he's going to be on that borderline of Hall of very, very good.
Right.
Maybe he gets in at some point. 1-2 on Willie. This ball to center field, pretty well hit. Young turns his back, he's got a chase, and he's going to have to field it on one hop off the wall, and a leadoff double for Castro. Boy, has Willie been swinging it or what?
It feels like tonight's going to be one of those games where we're going to see a lot of back and forth. For Castro, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, up, elevated, but not exactly where Michaelis wants it. He wants it more inside on the AutoNation Super pitch cast. That's Willie Castro's 15th double.
So here's TJ. TJ takes ball one. Well, with Michaelis, wide assortment of pitches, Huey, but the ball's going to be in play. He does not punch people out.
He just doesn't have that strikeout pitch.
Not going to walk you, and he's not going to strike you out.
His ground ball percentage is 46%, actually 46.2%.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It's not off the charts. That's 70%, 70th percentile, I should say.
The Rockies, from a runners in scoring position perspective, is pretty crazy. You have 4 in the top 20. Jake's number 1, Troy, who is batting 8th tonight. You got TJ and Castro sitting at 2nd. That's impressive.
2-2. Well, you talk about impressive. You know what? The Rockies have 3 qualified players. When we say qualified, it means they have, based on number of games played, 3.1 plate appearances for every game played by your team. They have 3 guys qualified above 850. If you're above 850, you're an all-star. You're playing at an all-star level, right? Goodman, McCarthy, and this guy, TJ Rumfield. There's only 2 teams that have 3 players. The Nats are the other team. They actually have 4 that are above 850. No other team has more than 2, and in fact 11 teams don't have anybody above 850. That's how improved that Rockies offense has been. Rumfield fouled it off his leg.
So 7 of the 28 guys are in the game today.
7 of the 28 that are qualified, Huey, are in this game tonight.
Yeah.
And, you know, for the Nats, that's Garcia, Wood, Abrams, and Meade, who are above 850.
And Meade just qualified maybe last night, the night before?
He did yesterday, in fact. Yep. Mickey Moniak not qualified because, you know, Mickey missed about a month, but Mickey's at 879.
Right, yeah, he would have been right there.
Another 3-2. And Rumfield will move the runner. So the go-ahead run at third with 1 out, with Karros coming up. Who wants tacos? Fans, when the Rockies score 7 or more, go to participating Colorado Taco Bell locations the next day. Do it between 4 and 6. And get your Rockies taco special like we had earlier. Live Moss and Taco Bell. One other note on the 850 OPS. Of the 28 qualified, 19 reside in the National League. How about that? Karros is going to get the job done. And the Rockies take a 5-4 lead.
Huey, make sure you give TJ Rumfield an extra high five, because that was a team at bat followed by another team at bat. I love how they were able to manufacture. You get the leadoff double TJ, very good, high quality bat to get the ball to the right side. And then an RBI for Kyle on a weak contact, but a high chopper.
But the jump to it at third from Willie was great because he kind of had that walking lead into it, and then the hop right before that ball made contact with the bat. That helps with the momentum.
You know what? We all love home runs. But Warren Schaefer, as much as he'll embrace the home run, he loves that kind of run.
Well, everybody came
because
down.
That plays everywhere, right, Huey?
Yeah, it does. It plays here, it plays out on the road, but everybody, for TJ especially, man, they were like, great at bat. Good job, dude.
Mickey rolls one that's gloved on the backhand by Nunez. He's going to get all 3 assists in the inning, but the Rockies have a 5-4 lead as we head to the 4th. Willie Castro, he's been on fire.
Members get more at Lowe's.
Orbit Cam is presented by York Space Systems. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Rockies up 5-4 with Ryan Spilborghs and Jeff Houston and our entire gang. I'm Drew Goodman. Game 2 of the 3-game set between Colorado and Washington. Michael Lorenzen to Dalen Lyle. And that pitch misses ball 1. Lyle struck out swinging his first time up. 23-year-old out of Louisville, Kentucky. Second-round pick out of a Louisville high school back in 21 by the Nationals.
This is where you're just looking for a shutdown inning. Rockies haven't had one yet. This Nationals team, though, from the offensive standpoint, they can catch you in a hurry because of the homer.
They're scary. And Blake Butera, from afar, it's the first time he's managed in Denver, but he knows the reputation. He also knows that it's in the mid-90s, and he knows his lineup, to Spilly's point, has a whole lot of beef in it. 1 out, Keibert Ruiz coming up. It's funny when you look and Huey, you see that Lorenzen's given up 4 runs and 3 1/3, and you think, oh man, it's probably a situation where he's not pitching well. It really, it's 2 pitches.
Yeah, it's Rockies 5 and CJ Abrams 4.
Michael's like, I'll get you a shutdown inning, Spilly. I'm not going to face CJ this inning.
Ruiz a fly ball to left his first time. He's kind of settled in, Spilly, as a really nice 2-way player. In other words, he handles the pitching staff, solid offensively.
Well, he's been a work in progress when it comes to his receiving skills. Bobby Wilson, who's now part of the staff with the Washington Nationals, who's known in a way as like Jerry Weinstein, catcher's whisperer. So they've done some adjustments to his defense that have paid off immediately. I mean, this guy was a big trade with the Dodgers. Dodgers traded him, signed a long-term contract as a young player. But the defense was really far behind his offense.
And a walk to Ruiz. So with 1 out, he'll go to first. That'll bring up Nunez.
Well, the Rockies invite you to the 21st annual Fate Day at Coors Field on Sunday, August 2nd, when the Rockies take on the Royals. Watch the game and enjoy a free post-game concert with musical guest Crowder. Visit Rockies.com/FateDay to purchase.
That's a strike on Nunez. He had a single to center his first time up. Just off the plate. So, Spilly, I'm going to have you do one of the things that Lorenzen could do. I'm going to have you do this in the booth at some point. I don't know about tonight, because I know you just ate Taco Bell. We're going to set this up for
You want me to
a
balance
later
water?
ball game. No, that's a different one. I'm not going to start. We're going to start a little easier than that. We're going to see how strong your hamstrings are.
They're strong.
I'm sure they are. See if they're as strong as Lorenzen's.
I don't think there's any part of my body that's as strong as Michael Lorenzen's.
Did you see that video of him?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
Maybe your pinky.
I remember talking to him years ago. I mean, he was doing stuff that very few athletes were doing, and one of them was he used to hang, almost like an acrobat. And part of the reason why is because it allowed him to strengthen aspects of his body which he couldn't strengthen through normal lifting of weights. It was really smart. So it allowed his arm and his shoulder and all the smaller muscles on his body to recover, to stretch, and strengthen.
That's fouled off. The hamstring, Huey, I don't know if you've seen it, extras that he did is without someone holding your ankles basically, and you're on your knees, he went all the way forward, straight back. That's a base hit. Stopping at second is Ruiz. So 2 on and 1 out. And would touch his nose on the floor and then raise back up.
Oh, just get a body cast for me.
Well, you need to have the helmet on with a face mask. We all would. I'm not suggesting
first.
I would not.
Yeah.
But, right?
I would. Yeah, I would be in a full body cast for a long time. That's not happening.
So Jacob Young's coming up. We're talking about C.J. Abrams naturally, and James Wood, who's been quiet so far in this series, but who's been a pain in the neck is Nunez.
And this whole Nationals lineup has been a pain.
Nunez 2 for 2 tonight. Had a base hit last night. Was robbed of another on a sliding catch by McCarthy last night. Jacob Young.
I was talking, I mean, obviously we're joking around how much Kevin Franzen keeps coming into the booth, but one of the things that stood out about this Nationals team is how much better they are on the road versus at home. But their offensive numbers are basically identical at home or on the road. So you might be wondering, well, why is the record what it is? The Nationals have given up more runs at Nationals Park after the 7th inning than any team in baseball. It's been late inning runs by the relievers that has kind of blown things up for them.
Yeah, they're 31-19 on the road. The Yankees have 31 wins. The only team on the road that has more wins, the Dodgers, have 32. Swung on and missed. Lorenzen gets a strikeout of Young for the second time. Big second out with Wood coming up. We'll see if it's Bernardino to face him or if Lorenzen will continue on. There's that pitch.
It's good to see. I mean, that was, he had to get a punch out just to avoid more traffic, and they're going to go after James Wood.
Strikeout and a fly ball to center for Wood. Oof. That's one that he was on. Out straight back. Rockies up 5-4, top of 4. So Lorenzen's out front. He's throwing a lot of pitches though. His next delivery will be number 80.
So he went fastball, changeup. Can't really make another mistake to James.
Hunter goes to the outside corner, and that is line fair in that left field corner. It's going to tie up the game at least. Nunez following home, and it'll be a 2-run double, and the Nats back in front by a score of 6-5 on the 0-2 double by James Wood.
This is just what makes him so good. He hits the ball opposite field, which allows him to get the ball to travel. And yes, it's 94-mile-an-hour fastball with the four-seam. You can even see in the background Lorenzen smacking his glove. He wanted that pitch much more elevated or off the plate.
So Warren Schaefer is going to bring in Brennan Bernardino with Luis Garcia Jr. coming up.
Taco Bell's new $3 pepper jack.
Coors Field Suites are a great way to celebrate any occasion or holiday. We have several games throughout the season with tickets starting at just $160, including a catering package. Visit Rockies.com/suites for more information. Rockies were looking for a shutdown inning, and the Nationals came storming right back. It is now 6-5. Brennan Bernardino is coming in relief after Michael Lorenzen. Bernardino is going to be tasked with trying to get Luis Garcia Jr. out.
Well, it's really all 6 of the runs scored by Washington have all come with 2 outs.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you had a chance to just get out of each and every inning, and fortunately you just couldn't.
They just have too many weapons up and down the lineup.
Luis Garcia Jr. had that double last inning. It was originally scored a double in an error. They changed it to a straight triple. First pitch in there for a strike on Garcia Jr. Good sweeper. But you know, the challenge, fellas, for Warren Schaefer, especially against a team that has 3 or 4 big-time threats on the left side, is when do I play that card, the Brennan Bernardino card?
That has been a challenge all year.
The Rockies have just one lefty. Carrot calls off McCarthy in the inning. 2-out, 0-2 double by James Wood puts Washington back in front.
Betting Odds is brought to you by Bet365. How about Troy Johnson? 1.5 total bases. He's already given away his batting gloves. Might as well give away some money tonight as well. It's plus 115. So we need a double.
Bottom of the 4th, 6-5 Washington. Michaelis gets a swing and a miss from Troy. Tovar on deck at the top of the order, represented by Jake McCarthy. Huey, you holding up down there?
That's beautiful tonight.
With the cloud cover.
Oh, I mean, it's perfect. I guess the second best seat in the house. The best one would probably be right over there. But it doesn't get any better than this.
No, it doesn't.
That misses. This game has the earmarkings of a double-digit number having to be the winning number. That's hit right at Abrams. 1 out, and that'll bring up Tovar.
I mean, you just had the feel of the first couple innings. You're like, oh, this will be a back and forth slugfest.
And they play, not only do they have the most runs in baseball, the Nationals, but combined with their opposition, and Billy was alluding to this last half inning, that their bullpen has not been great. Their starting rotation, quite frankly, hasn't been great. So they've played the highest scoring games by combined outcome in baseball this year. So buckle up is what we're trying to say. And if you had any midnight plans, they may be in jeopardy. High fly ball by Tovar. One of the seats down the left field line.
I just feel for Tovar because he's in the worst place you could possibly be in as a hitter. You're in between. You're ahead of off-speed pitches and late on fastball.
ball to center field, pretty well hit. Young, though, will get back and make the catch.
And then you square one up, and it's right at somebody. Give him a
2 outs. Here comes Jake McCarthy. He had a double and an RBI and a run scored in the second. It doesn't matter where you pitch him these days, huh, Huey?
No, I mean, and that's the thing. When you're going so well, there's not a zone really that they can get you out in. Maybe a little bit if you go outside the zone.
A little bit surprisingly, Spilly, down and in for a lefty is usually, you don't want to go there. It's about the only other area in the strike zone where Jake's not raking.
Yeah, I mean, part of with Jake is he does stand tall, and he is, his left hand, which is the top hand, is kind of the driving factor. So it makes sense to why he can handle pitches middle and up. But you also expect him to be able to drive down and in.
Here's the 1-2. Yeah, Jake has just such a positive outlook. I think that's how he comports himself in life. I think because of the experiences of his dad, who played 1 year of pro ball and was released in spring training, his brother who got to the big leagues for 10 at-bats with the Giants, he understands and understood even before he arrived how difficult, how treacherous this game is. And yeah, he's having a wonderful year. He's having other periods with Arizona where he was terrific, but I just think day to day now, he knows
he's going to play.
That he's going to play, and he knows his skill set really plays. He goes down here. Michaelis a 1-2-3-4. So we'll go to the 5th. The Nats 6, the Rockies 5. Back to 20th and Blake in a moment.
Monday, August 3rd is BOGO Hot Dog Night presented by Texas Chili Company. Grab your family and friends. Enjoy buy one, get one free hot dogs and watch the Rockies take on the Rays at Coors Field. Get your seats at rockies.com/tickets.
Go to the top of the 5th inning, 6-5 Washington. Due up was Jose Tena, but with the lefty Bernardino out there, it'll be Andres Chaparro to hit. He hit the 3-run home run in the first inning yesterday. So Chaparro is going to pinch hit for Tena. Huey, this is where baseball's changed so dramatically. Can you imagine starting the game as the 3-hole hitter, and in the 5th inning you get tapped on the shoulder and you go, hey, we're flipping you out in a 1-run game?
Sounds like being Japan.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They didn't let you face righties?
Nope.
2-0.
I just remember Gabe Kapler doing it, every single time in the game, or that year they won, what, 107 games? I mean, he started in the 3rd inning.
High fly ball to right. Troy Johnston's got it, 1 out. That will bring up the troublesome C.J. Abrams, but first a message from Bet365.
Did you win?
Let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
So Abrams, 2-run home run in the first, 2-run home run in the third, both those against Michael Lorenzen. And he takes strike 1 with the 4 ribbies tonight. He has tied the Cardinals' Jordan Walker, the home run champ, with 76. Leads the National League. I don't know what Walker's done tonight, but at least Walker had 76 coming into the evening. This won't go out of the ballpark. Won't leave the infield, fortunately. Ezekiel's got it, 2 outs. Well, the Red Sox will not match their all-time win streak at 15 games, but they still may get there. They were postponed at Fenway tonight against Jeff Houston's Orioles.
The Orioles are playing really well before losing last night. They'd won 7 straight.
So Boston, a 14-game win streak, their all-time best, 15 in a row in 1946. A fellow by the name of Ted Williams was leading them then.
How about Chad Tracy and the job he's doing there?
Yeah, good for Chad.
What was amazing about this Red Sox, I mean, we saw them here in Colorado, and they're, of all the teams to go on a run, the Red Sox would have been the last team I'd pick to win 14 in a row.
Honestly, you know, we'll take you behind the curtain a little bit. Some of the conversation after that series was, man, this is not a good-looking team. They could pitch a little bit. They could pitch.
They had 11,
Sonny Gray,
11 consecutive quality starts even after leaving Colorado, so like they could pitch.
Jake Bennett, right? They could pitch.
Bennett was awesome.
But offensively, kept looking over at Spilly, Huey, during that series, and he had his 2 fingers over his nose.
I mean, there was a couple innings where there was 5-pitch innings.
Yeah.
It did not look like a candidate to reel off 5 in a row, much less where they are right now. It's the beauty of the sport, man. You never know. Good inning from Bernardino. We said that countless times this year.
With Allstate. Good boy.
Orbit Cam is presented by York Space Systems. The Rockies down 6-5 as they come up in the bottom of the 5th inning. Victor Vodnik has gotten up in the Rockies pen. Looks like he'll follow Bernardino. He's gotten all 4 hitters he's faced. Miles Michaelis against Cole Carrick here. 2, 3, and 4 for the Rockies. Cole is 2 for 2. This is his first AB tonight from the left side. Got the average right at 300. The OPS back over 900. Two and 0. That's what I mean. We were talking about earlier, Spilly, the fact that he is defining his strike zone, and he'll chase every once in a while, but not like he was a couple of years ago in Double-A.
That's the thing. Again, it's Cole Carrick's strike zone, whether he goes to Triple-A, Double-A, or the big leagues. It's the same one over and over and over again. So if you can't learn it, that's not on anybody but yourself.
Rio, 3 and 1. Hunter's on deck. 37-year-old Miles Michaelis out of Jupiter, Florida. This ball is well hit to left field, and it is caught on the edge of the track by Dalen Lyle. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Goodman. Well, how about the 61 home runs hit by Hunter in the last year and a half?
Pretty impressive. I mean, 31 last year. He's already at 30, and just how far he goes from line to line. He has pull power, but he also has the ability to go center and right center. He also has bad intentions.
Every swing. You know the old line about, hey, get your A swing off, right?
Yeah.
Is there any time you don't see him get his A swing off? Not frequently.
Not too often.
Remember Matt Stairs?
Yeah. Swing hard.
Yes, swing hard.
In case he hit it.
Yeah.
That's one of the few guys I ever talked to that would openly admit that he was trying to hit a home run every swing.
And I'm pretty sure he connected on a home run every swing off Houston Street. He could not get. There we go.
This ball's loud to deep right, and it is off the very top of the wall. And Hunter will have a 1-out double. Well, about 10 years ago, that's a big fly.
Well, off the bat, this is 105 miles an hour. He just didn't have enough of a launch angle here. Didn't get high enough, otherwise it would have flown out, no problem. 22-degree launch angle opposite field. That's a rocket.
So you go back, fellas, to June 1st. Of the last 41 hits since June 1st for Hunter, 24 of the extra base variety.
I mean, Huey, if you try to put on the, think around the league, guys that can hit the ball 105 miles an hour or more opposite field. There's not a lot of guys that can do it.
No.
James Wood can do it.
Yep.
Aaron Judge can
Once
do it, but not
he's
now.
healthy.
Yeah. 0-1 on Willie Castro trying to tie up the game. A shattered bat, a roller. Garcia to Michaelis for the second out. So Hunter's at third, and TJ Rumpfield will take his turn.
I always wonder when you break your bat that bad, what do you do with it? You make chopsticks out of it? Toothpicks?
I think you keep it for the winter and use it for kindling.
Honestly, that was somewhat emblematic of what would happen when you guys were playing with the old maple bats, where they would disintegrate. Rockies looking for a 2-out knock, and that's a loop foul. TJ tonight walked and scored in the second. Had a productive at bat in the third after Castro had doubled. He moved him with a right side ground ball, and he would score moments later on a Karros ground ball. 6-5 Washington. We're in the fifth. And TJ gets the job done, as he seems to always do. He's tied it at 6 with a 2-out knock. RBI number 52 for Rumpfield.
Yeah, what a pleasure to watch TJ in this first full season with the Rock Show. And you get the big double from Hunter Goodman with 2 outs. Just the quality of the bats he can take. Watch, big leg kick, but notice how he gets his nose down, still drops barrel to it. For somebody that's about 6'5", he has multiple different swings. Like he's almost like a small guy hitting.
And the swings, he's so sharp, the swings match the situation. Right?
Yeah, you very rarely see him overswing.
I mean, his whole intent is that misses to Karros 1-1. Didn't it feel that way, Spilly? His whole intent was, I'm going to get a knock somewhere where it's pitched, and I'm going to drive home.
Yeah, it was
Hunter.
He was not trying to hit a home run.
No, not at all.
I mean, to your point, usually we see certain swings around the league. Guys have, one swing. TJ has 5 or 6 different swings. High velocity swing, off speed swing, 2-strike swing, a leverage count swing, a 3-0 swing. And they're different. They should be different.
Karros hits it in the air to Wood and right. That'll end the inning, but the Rockies get even. Hunter with a 1-out double. TJ Rumpfield a 2-out base hit, 6-6.
Card Plus.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Colorado Rockies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Colorado Rockies.
Rockies 6 and the Nationals 6. No tiebreaker played yet. Playing innings. 6th inning, top of Dalen Lyle will lead it off, and the Rockies, after getting great work from Brennan Bernardino, will hand the baseball to Victor Vodnik.
Well, for Vodnik, 29th appearance. And we keep talking about you got to find a way to just have a clean, quick, efficient inning against this national team, because it's going back and forth every round. We have to look at the card.
The Rockies so far in this series have had only 2 clean 1-2-3 innings. They did have a double play yesterday that saw them face the minimum of 3 in an inning, but the 3rd inning yesterday was a 1-2-3 for Kyle Freeland. And tonight, Bernardino's 5th inning, a 1-2-3. That's fair. Down the third base line. Dalen Lyle heading to second. And he'll have a leadoff double. I mean, did that not look like James Wood hit?
These guys, it's going to be one of those just back and forth, slug it out. And it's not a bad pitch. This is 99 miles an hour at the top of the zone. But for Dalen Lyle and this Nationals team, they just can hit. He just went zen on us.
Faber Ruiz 0 for 1 and a walk. He scored in the 4th. Came around on a James Wood 2-run double in that same spot. This is good piece of hitting by Ruiz. He wanted to pull the baseball. He did. So the go-ahead run now with 1 out is at third and Lyle. And that'll bring up the speedy Nasim Nunez.
Bring the infield in now. Guy hits the ball on the ground.
He's 2 for 2 tonight.
Last 10 games for Vodnik, he's been good. 1.54 ERA, but he's going to have to find a way out of this one.
Bouncer to second, throw to the plate, perfect. And the tag made by Hunter, and now they have Nunez hung up. And the Rockies with a marvelous, unlikely double play. Great defensive execution across the infield. And they prevent the Nats from taking the lead.
Boy, there's the guy that started that Xfinity defensive play of the game, and Willie Castro. First it was a high chopper. He comes home, good strong throw to Hunter. Hunter runs a Lyle back, gets him, and then throws because Nunez rounded first too far. He got him running hard, and then Willie says, you know what, I started it. I'm going to end it. That's our Xfinity defensive play of the game.
I don't know how many times I've written 4-2-3-4 inning-ending double play in my book.
No, that's a huge play too. I mean, runner at third base. This thing's going back and forth. You need to shut down.
Moniak out front on a curveball. It's 0-2. Mickey leading off, bottom third of the order against Miles Michaelis. That was Huey. I mean, I know that brought a smile to your face. That was great execution.
It was. You know, first you got the contact play, so you make a good strong throw to the catcher. Let him do what he needs to do. But then so many times, you know, the catcher will hesitate. Hunter didn't hesitate. Man, he went right after him. And then Nunez rounded first. They're saying, go, go, go. Oh, wait a second. It's like he's on skates, and the came out, and he tried to juke, said nope. That's it, double play.
Yes, the first base coach, Corey Ray, thought he was going to be able to get the second.
Right. And with his speed, probably it was the right thing in his mind. But then when the feet came out, it just didn't allow that to happen. It's just like, okay.
But those are quick throws that have to be executed.
That's what I'm saying. You don't let the guy dance in the middle there.
No, just run him down.
Yeah.
2-2 on Mickey. What did Victor Vodnik think of it?
Yeah. Well, because he was backing up at first, so if that would have come back, he would have been at the back end of that rundown with.
High fly ball, deep right center field. Wood going back, looking up, see you later. A Mickey Moniak blast, and the Rockies lead it 7-6. Number 16 for Moniak. He was due.
It always works like this. You get a defensive play, you come back in, and then the offense starts to take off again. Now Mickey with the purple raincoat. Just with 2 strikes, this slider just missed from Miles Michaelis, and Mickey He got all of it.
First home run since July the 2nd for Moniak. He loves the purple fur, and now he wants it off.
He's going to keep it on for a second.
It on.
I think Jake wears it the longest, and Mickey's second.
Hunter's the one that throws it on and throws it off. He's had it on 30 different times.
And he's got all the gear that he has to put on.
Remember, that at bat was 0-2. 7-6 Colorado, 1-1 to Troy, and hits it off of Michaelis, and Michaelis recovers to get the out.
A view from the side. I mean, I was watching James Wood, and he looked like he was camped under it, but I think he was just standing there. The bullpen knew right away.
It's the 40th home run in a Rockies uniform for Mickey.
He still has it on.
Mickey, it's 94 degrees.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, he's at it's cool.
He's at it super cool.
Maybe he'll take it off now.
One strike on Tovar. Strikeout and a fly ball to deep center. That's down the line, and what a backhand by Meade. Low throw, and his casual throw is going to give the Rockies a base runner. He did the hard part, Huey, and then he just kind of lobbed it over.
Just goes back to reminding me of Sean Dunston all the time. And, you know, he never lobbed the ball to first. And there's nothing worse as an infielder when you do that, because you're so mad at yourself. You're like, why didn't I just fire it over there? I'll take it.
It's also one of the hardest plays for a first baseman, as good as you think these guys are. That in-between backhand hop is really difficult.
And it has no tempo to it, really, the ball, right?
Especially when it's not thrown hard.
That's what I mean. It's like
there's no pace.
You get no feel for how it's going to skip at all.
It's a great point, because you're like, okay, is it going to be hard, soft? Is it going to die?
1-0 on McCarthy. Jake with an RBI double back in the second. How about Jake? He's driven in 30. Excuse me, he's driven in 29 in his last 30 games. For a guy that's batting leadoff every night. And that's a base hit to right. Tovar around second will stop there. He had to pause, Huey, make sure the ball didn't hit him.
Yeah. And that's why he knew he couldn't get to third. So just make a subtle turnaround in the second. But again, it's Jake doing Jake things. You know, we talked about the down and in pitch for him. Well, that time he beats Miles Michaelis to the spot. So this is where Toby has to dodge it. He's like, whoa, okay. And as soon as that happens, you know, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to shut it down at second base.
Simon Matthews at the mound for the second time tonight.
You see that stat? Jake McCarthy is hitting 400 in Rockies wins this season, highest average amongst qualified hitters, and their team wins this season. 400?
He's just in a fabulous place.
It's the second time we've mentioned Ted Williams, and he's basically the Rockies' Ted Williams in wins.
Cole Carrick's 2 for 3. Cole's only out tonight. There was a drive to the warning track and left. Rockies have been given an extra out this inning. See if they can take advantage. Pitcher's call the strike. Cole is going to challenge. Rockies have 2 challenges. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And
Pitches the
Cole's
ball.
right.
Count is 2-0.
So now he's got a 2-0 count to work with.
He's now 5 for 9 on challenges this year.
I think some of the guys who recently have come up because they're more used to it from last year. Some of these young guys handled the system very well, more experience. That is roped and it goes through. Chaparro at first. Tovar will slam on the brakes, dive back, then the throw gets away. But it kicked off the fencing. No advancement. Bases loaded now for guess who? Hunter Goodman coming up. That will be a hit for Carrick, his 3rd of the night.
Yeah, this inning's been a little bit sloppy for the Nationals defensively. We talked about this before. This is not an elite defensive group. Tough in between, hot for Garcia at first, and then you see Nunez get the rebound and try to backdoor Tovar at third. He's lucky that fencing kept his ball in the yard. Yeah, he got nowhere to put Hunter Goodman, and Miles Michaelis, he's had some moments here at Coors Field where he's given up some runs. You go back to 2022, Huey, he gave up 14 hits, 10 runs in 2 2/3. So he has some memories here.
Yeah, and those are the memories you can't shake. It's like they'll cause you to have cold sweats in the middle of the night.
Well, Michaelis isn't going to face Hunter Goodman. Not after he hit a double off the top of the wall in right center his last time. Lakeview Terrace coming up. Rockies up 7-6. When we come back with 1 out, the Rockies have the bases loaded.
Eyes out.
I just might.
Rockies up a run, threatening for many more. They have the bases loaded with 1 out. Hunter Goodman's coming up with the bases loaded, and the new arm on the mound is Orlando Robalta, the 28-year-old from Cuba. And this bullpen, as we've touched on throughout this series, has really scuffled this year.
Well, you see a walk rate higher than league average. He has a big arm. But when you have no wiggle room and you're facing one of the best power hitters right now in the National League in Hunter Goodman, if you're Hunter, you still have to, you just got to keyhole. You got to make sure he throws a pitch you can handle.
0-1. And the interesting thing about this season for Hunter, he's had a fabulous year, clearly. He's got 30 homers. He's got an 881 OPS. The one thing he hasn't done this year is hit with runners in scoring position. One and one.
Orlando's fastball sits right around 97 miles an hour. And you can tell this is a big guy. He's listed at 6'7".
That's club, but foul. 1-2. Yeah, he's a native of Cuba. He went to high school in Miami. He went to Miami-Dade, which is a legendary producer of baseball players in South Florida. But Billy, you're right. He looks like University of Miami Hurricane football team would have recruited him to be a tight end. 6'7", 245. 1-2. And Hunter goes down. So I'm going to bring up Willie Castro.
Well, for Orlando coming into a difficult situation, you have bases loaded, 1 out in Hunter Goodman. So what does he do? He throws the first pitch slider. That's his best pitch. Then he shows another slider off the plate. So Hunter's trying to dial you up. Missed slider. That one went a long way. And then back to the slider. Never showed him the fastball.
Willie Castro, a double in the 3rd. He's been red hot. He takes a strike. In fact, Willie is on a little RBI tear. He's driven in a run in each of his last 4 ball games, which is a career best. I'm gonna make it 5 in a row.
We had that big double last night to clear the bases.
They tied the game at 3 early. 1-1. Tovar's at third. He reached on an error by Meade. McCarthy a single at second. Carrig a single at first. He does as Huey said he did last night. Throws one in a gap. The trail runners all fly. 1-2. 98 just showed up.
The thing with his fastball, Drew, is he doesn't have crazy extension. He's 6'7", which is why he throws a slider more often.
One, two. And he went changeup and he strikes out Castro. So Revolta comes in with the bases loaded and strikes out Goodman and Castro. But the Rockies take the lead on the Moniak blast.
Hey, Kevin.
On the Rockies and the Nationals, it has been a slugfest tonight. We're heading into the top of the 7th inning. Rockies 7, Nationals 6. Jimmy Herget coming into the ball game. It's been a good night for offense, tough night for pitching, but if you do get the leadoff out, it has certainly helped. That's exactly what Jimmy Herget's looking to do. 27th appearance for Jimmy.
Liner caught ankle high by Tovar, 1 out.
Well, you love a 1 pitch, 1 out. Nice swing. Out.
Now the treacherous part of this Nationals lineup. Top of the order in James Wood. Always marvel at how the games change, and it's always fun to discuss how the games change. So, Spilly, even going back to your time, it wasn't that long ago. How many dudes 6'7" would lead off?
Your best hitter as the leadoff hitter back in the day was, I mean, people would go crazy. It was, if he wasn't hitting 3rd or 4th, you didn't know the beat. You didn't know the game.
Yeah, it was like a revelation when all of a sudden Mike Trout went to the 2-hole and started saying, you know, that kind of makes some sense.
Yeah, do you think Frank Howard ever hit leadoff?
He should have.
Well, I know, but the point is, you know, Big Frank, there's no way he was going to do that.
The thing is, you know, Bill James, when he started putting together, and same with Tom Tango, this should go out of play. They showed over time, based on where you hit in the lineup, the amount of at-bats you get. The difference between being a leadoff hitter and hitting 4th was about 70 at-bats over the course of the year. So you want your best hitter to hit 4th and get 70 less at-bats? It makes 0 sense.
Well, that's toward the gap in right center field for the Nats' best hitter, James Wood. And he's going to gallop into second with a 1-out double. So back-to-back series, just to kind of put a period on this conversation. It's James Wood at 6'7". The Reds were in and they had Ellie De La Cruz at 6'7" leading off.
Well, bigger, faster, stronger. It's just normal evolution of humans and just baseball players. They keep getting bigger, faster, and stronger.
So 1 out, tying run at second. Luis Garcia Jr. has a double of his own. Actually, they changed it. I mentioned this earlier to a triple. So he has a triple and 3 at bats. And that's a base hit, and Wood is going to get a stop sign at 3rd. And that's instant respect, Huey,
yeah,
for the arm of Cole Carey.
Like,
Victor Estevez, the third base coach, never even thought about sending Wood, who runs well.
Well, yeah, and I think James knew this too. So as soon as this ball is hit, it's kind of a cut fastball at the top of the AutoNation Subaru pitch cast. James is running. He's like, okay, I know I'm not going to go because that stop sign was thrown up early.
And the only way you were going to challenge was if there's 2 outs. I mean, that's it. And you're right. I mean, people know about Cole Carey's arm.
All they had to look at and see was that throw in Chicago. And once that happened, word around the league is like, don't run.
This is great. Celebrate Colorado's 150th birthday on Saturday, August 1st, when the Rockies take on the Royals. The first 15,000 fans will receive a wearable flag presented by Tallgrass, UC Health, and Chevron, plus a post-game drone show. Get tickets at Rockies.com/tickets.
So Blake Butera in the 3-hole is going to use a pinch hitter again. It's Jorbeat Bibas who's going to pinch hit for Andres Chaparro. 1 out, first and third. Herget on the mound. 0-1.
The Rockies, I mean, tonight's such a great night to keep doing boxing analogies, some body blows, but taking it, punching back, counter punch.
Swung on a miss, 0-2 on Bibas.
The fight doctor would have a good time with this, wouldn't he, Drew?
Ferdy Pacheco.
Yeah.
We haven't worked Ferdy into a game in a while. Thanks, Billy.
And right now the Rockies are up against the ropes.
A little rope-a-dope. 7 runs, 10 hits for the Rockies. 6 runs, 10 hits for the Nats. 0-2 on Bibas. Bibas, 25-year-old kid from Venezuela. See if Jimmy can get the punch out.
That's the thing too, is with this national team, they don't strike out a ton. So if you're not going to get the punch out, you want to at least get the pop up to the infield or just have a one hopper straight to second.
For a dude who's not real big, he's 5'9", listed about 175 pounds. He takes a power hitter cut.
Well, if he takes a power hitter cut, we hope he takes a power hitter swing and a miss.
Backdoor, and Hunter Goodman, who's been top 3 among catchers in baseball with challenges, hopes to terminate this at bat right now. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Hey, that was worth the challenge.
2-2. Colorado has one
and that's
challenge
where
remaining.
Hunter, not only has he been really good, he's in the upper 60 percentile, where the other catchers are around 59%. That's league average. But the spots he picks, Huey.
Yes, and right there you can even see he's like, I'm not quite sure, but it was worth it.
It was worth going for it. Foul tip. MLB Network earlier today did a nice little expose on how there have been games ended on borderline pitches with challenges left and guys forget to tap their helmet.
You could tell Marte did it a couple days ago.
He did. That was one of them that they showed.
Yeah.
Brian Kenny did a really nice piece on it. 2-2. And another foul ball.
You start getting this many pitches into the at-bat and into an inning now. He's at 16 pitches on the inning. You also have scary C.J. Abrams on deck. I mean, these at-bats, you might get Bibas out, but then you have C.J. Abrams right after.
And this ball is to deep left center. It'll be caught by McCarthy, but it's going to tie up the game as Wood will score. And give the pinch hitter, Jorbeat Bibas, a lot of credit. So he gets the RBI off the bench. 7 up in the 7th inning.
That was a great at bat from Bibas. I mean, he was battling back and forth with Jimmy Herget. Herget was looking for the punch. And on the 9th pitch of that at bat, he ends up with the sacrifice fly.
So with Garcia at first and 2 outs, here's Abrams. A pair of 2-run home runs tonight. He homered yesterday. He homered on Sunday against the A's in West Sacramento. I got a little left-handed version of Trey Turner for you, Spilly.
With C.J. Abrams?
Steals bases, wiry guy, hits homers.
I like that. And he's grown up a lot, too, for C.J. the last couple of years. He goes back to... Who's their third base coach last year? Huey, was it
Ricky Gutierrez?
Ricky Gutierrez really took C.J. Abrams under his wing, started working with him from the defensive standpoint, really establishing a routine because he was so young and just could show up and be a good baseball player.
3-1.
And Ricky, I played with Ricky with the Cubs, and he was really good at that. Just understanding that, you know, how to prepare for a game, what you need to do. You can't just, you know, it might work for a short period of time, just showing up, but you got to put the work in to stay.
And CJ's done that.
Yes, he has. And good for him, too.
So Herget, being careful with Abrams, loses him. And now he can go right on right with Curtis Mead. If he was going to give up a knock in that situation, it felt like it was going to be on his pitch, his terms,
exactly,
and not CJ's.
Yeah, he was not going to give CJ anything to hit.
It's one of the few times you don't mind pushing the runner into scoring position. Talking about Garcia Jr.
So Lone Leishman will come out, and I think we always say this. Sometimes it's twofold. It's not only to maybe talk strategy and how you want to work to meet. It's also, I mean, this is 5 hitters into the inning, and you give him a 20-second timeout.
Well, because of all the pitches he threw to the pinch hitter in Vivas.
Yeah, you almost needed like a World Cup hydration break.
Water the field.
I'm about to take my second hydration break. Get some more aqua here after this half inning.
It is warm.
Mead's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts. First pitch strike. A rather strong July for Mead. 1-1.
A little bit of an unusual pre-pitch setup. This Mead.
Yeah, I heard a comp to Justin Turner. Just without the beard.
Yeah, with it kind of leaning back somewhat, or just standing straight up.
That's a strike on the pitch, 1-2. Sweeper missed, 2-2.
He's starting to get into that danger zone with pitch count. 26 pitches, and we've seen Jimmy pitch multiple innings, but in 1 inning, that's usually when you start making mistakes.
Gabe Rivas just got on the phone to call down to the bullpen.
What do you like here to meet?
Sweeper.
You got him with a slider. It was a little tighter, but he got the strikeout. Bergen did give up a run, so it's 7 up as we go to the bottom of the 7th at Coors Field.
All season long.
Colorado Rockies baseball is presented by the Colorado Lottery. Play the new 150th birthday scratch from the Colorado Lottery. By AMCO, transmissions, brakes, maintenance, and more at your local AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care. And by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. Well, you know what? Not surprisingly, Tatum's billboards outperforming Dad.
Better arm, better accuracy.
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, he hit the chain that's right by the window. Come on, dude.
From the window to the wall.
Yeah, I mean, is the opening not large enough for you to like get it out?
There's nothing better than a father teaching his son how to throw a Cracker Jack at a baseball game.
Matt Crook is now on. I was just telling your far better half, Stacy, that this is like the last vestiges of where Spilly gets to play athlete when he throws the Cracker Jacks in the 7th inning.
Well, I feel bad. Yesterday, I hit somebody in his back. Like,
Listen, you didn't feel that bad.
Okay, I laughed the entire time, but I did hit somebody near the front row, squared him up in the back.
He wasn't happy about it, was he?
No, he wasn't happy at all. Keith Tucker's going to come check out TJ Runfield. Looked like the foul ball right off the top of his shin.
Well, Kyle Karros, who's on deck, has his leg bandaged up from getting hit by a pitch earlier. And now Rumfield, at some point after this at bat, may get bandaged up.
Well, I think the one with Kyle Karros, they put this pad there and then they wrap it. That's to keep the swelling down.
Let's see where it caught him. Oh, that's way higher than I thought.
Oh, 2 on Rumfield. And Crook almost threw that thing away. Luis Garcia Jr. saying, dude, I'm right here, man. It's 40 feet. Spilly's throwing Cracker Jacks this far.
Yeah, exactly. Well, harder than that.
Watch Crook's reaction. Ew. Huey, what do we always say? Pitchers throwing the bases.
I will say this, though. At least he fired it. You know, how many times will you see the pitcher not be able to even, it's kind of have to run it all the way over there. So that time he fired it, but he almost fired it right down the right field line.
Two 2-0 on Karros.
It sounds like the tarps off crew usually comes around the 7th inning. It's like the Seagulls in San Francisco.
Yes. Right, they're getting warmed up, and the Rockies offense always heats up around this time of night. Karros sitting on 9 homers, and that's way inside. 3-0. Rockies 7, Nationals 7. Mickey gave them a 7-6 lead in his last at bat with a homer. Three and 1.
You see 7-7, 14 runs scored, 20 combined hits. It's also been 20 hard hit balls tonight. So anything over 95 miles an hour is considered a hard hit. Andy almost rolled his ankle on the foul ball. That might have been interesting.
Trying to win the AB. 3-2. And ball 4. So the Rockies, with one out, have the go-ahead run at first.
The last bat for Mickey Moniak, 6th inning off Miles Michaelis, little slider, middle and up, and Mickey took care of it. 16th home run of the year for Mickey Moniak. Take another big fly.
And Mickey's going to pop this one up to Meade. Cook got him out on the front side. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Troy Johnston. Inside. Juan Mejia will be the next arm in the ball game for the Rockies. There's Juan. We highlighted him at the top of the broadcast. Jeff Houston was telling all of you just how much of a role he's been on in the month of July.
Just 1 earned run, and this is the last 28 days.
That's a base hit for Johnston. Caro's thinking about getting a third, and he will. Perfect illustration there, Ryan Spilborgs, of when scouts talk about a guy's speed underway. You see Caros as he made his way to third.
Yeah, so you get a little off-speed pitch left on the AutoNation Super Pitch Cast, and now we'll watch Kyle run. He knows that Jacob Young, whenever you're ranging to left and going into right center from center field, it's impossible for an outfielder to throw you out to third, especially a right-handed one.
Yeah, second time tonight he's done that, gone first to third.
That's the one aspect where, you know, at Coors Field, you can be as aggressive as you want because it really forces outfielders to play and throw the ball well.
Tovar takes a strike.
I can't remember in a bat for Ezekiel that he wasn't behind in the count 0-1.
Yeah, and that pitch actually was slightly off the plate.
That's just the way it is. It's unfortunate, man.
I'll give you anything for him to have a big hit right here.
And again, for the 3rd time tonight in 4 plate appearances, he's at 0-2. It's a hard place to live in baseball when you're 0-2.
He leads baseball in at-bats in 0-2 counts, or 2-strike counts.
30%. Got a battle here. Runner going, and the strikeout will end the threat. So the Rockies will leave runners at first and third, and we'll go to the 8th. The Rockies 7 and the Washington Nationals 7.
Coors Field is a great place for group outings. Parties of 20 or more receive discounted pricing, scoreboard recognition, and other great benefits. Call 303-ROCKIES or go to rockies.com/groups for more information. Hello, wave at the baby. Drew, wave at the baby.
I'm waving at the baby. Yeah, you know what? That's perfect. The baby, I think, came to the game in PJs. Go home, boom, turn out the lights.
Put him to bed.
Juan Mejia on the mound. First pitch strike to Dalen Lyle. Lyle a double in 3 at bats. Rockies and Nationals, nothing decided through 7 innings.
We're talking about Juan Mejia in our open, and you know, Shafe today, he was just saying the confidence for Juan to understand that his stuff is good enough. Attack the strike zone. You have the good cut fastball at 97, 98. the good slider. Brett Sullivan, he also echoed the same thing.
That's the thing, when you have velocity and you have a little cut to your fastball, especially to left-handed hitters. You saw this with Mariano Rivera for a Hall of Fame career. All you need is one pitch, and it can be in the strike zone. It's a late movement. The hitters can't hit it.
Here's the 0-2. Well, we'll see a lot of that tomorrow with Gabriel Hughes on the mound.
And that's why I think he profiles really well for Coors Field because of the late cut.
It'll be Hughes' third start. 1-2. How about that curveball, slider, sweeper, whatever you want to call it? It was nasty.
It was wonderful. It is that late movement with that sweeping slider. That is a sweeper. It also has a nice variance between the fastballs. So 97 miles an hour is where that cut fastball usually sits. Sweeper's at 83.
Tabor Ruiz steps up, 0 for 2 and a walk. Outside. You know, be proud of that breaking ball there, the vertical drop on it. Tyler Kinley. And you know, TK had numerous discussions with Mejia about grips and late inning philosophy, and what a tremendous leader TK was down in that bullpen for a number of years for the Rockies. 2-0 from Mejia, and that's toward left center, and it is caught by McCarthy, and I think the lights may have made that play even more difficult. Terrific catch by McCarthy.
Yeah, Jake is making sure that Cole backs him up, because as you're watching him go for this slide, you'll see his head moves out of the way. So right now you're fighting the lights, and that's probably right when he lost it.
And Spilly, explain that to people at home, because they're saying, what are you talking about lights? That's a low line drive.
Well, the low line drive, it matches the height of the baseball. So, and especially when you go to a slide, you end up getting underneath the baseball and looking straight up into the lights.
Is it different now, like better with the LED lights?
No, it's still going to impact it.
Nunez, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, infielders never lose ground balls in the lights. It's not
no.
fair.
I don't know what you're talking about, Philly.
Ground ball cut off by Rumfield. Good feed to Mejia. And he beats the very fleet Nunez to the bag. Another terrific inning from Juan. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 7.
Well, Drew, we already had Taco Bell a little bit earlier. Now everybody gets tacos. Fans, the Rockies scored 7 runs. Don't forget to go to your participating Taco Bell locations tomorrow between 4 and 6 and get your Rockies taco special with Moss at Taco Bell.
Top of the order for the Rockies in a 7-7 game. The Rockies have lost 5 out of 6. They're 1-3 so far in the second half. They had a ton of energy and enthusiasm, and still do, getting ready for this second half. This feels like, man, you got to get over the hump.
You got to get this one. Got to get this one. Clayton Beater.
And this is a ground ball that went over the bag, and 1 pitch, 1 out as C.J. Abrams throws out McCarthy, who's now 2 for 5 in the game. That'll bring up Cole Carrick. Cole's had a big night, 3 for 4.
The only thing I haven't loved about the Rockies offensively the last 2 nights with relievers coming in, and you probably feel the same way, is they've been super aggressive.
Yeah,
almost too hyper.
Well, what was it, Cosgrove last night? 4 pitches?
Yeah, in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
Especially on guys you haven't faced before.
Outside on Carey. How about Cole hits his 5th homer here?
Great.
What do you got?
I love it.
Peter's given up a few home runs, 4 and 28 plus. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now, I was super aggressive against relievers late, but I also had a spot that I was looking for. So if they throw it in that spot, don't care. You can make an out on the first pitch as long as you come back and you say that was the pitch I wanted. I just missed it.
Cole really wanted to.
Yeah, that was a strike, though.
Yeah, but it's a good thing he did.
He's going to utilize his timeout. I love everything about this kid, but you know what? As he grows, I think he's going to control his emotions more, because every pitch, it's, you know, he's living and dying. 1 and 2. Got under it just enough that it's a pop fly to shallow right, and Wood will make the catch. Two outs, nobody on. Hunter Goodman coming up.
We see this with Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, he's very emotional. You see it from Cole. I mean, you probably heard something snap in the background.
Just a helmet.
I mean, the game's not that easy where, you know, you can't expect to get a hit every single time, even late in the game.
You love how competitive he is, but I mean, you guys went through it for a long period of time in the big leagues. At some point, you're going to wear yourself down if you're that emotional every at bat.
Can't do it every at bat. No way.
1-1 on Hunter.
But we have also said this: you don't want to take away that fire that's in there.
Absolutely not.
No. You're right.
Temper it, right?
Whatever that in between is, that you can smooth some things out. I mean, I just don't want to take any of that away from him. But you remember the conversation we had with Justin Turner a couple years ago when he was with the Cubs? We were asking about Pete Crow Armstrong. He said, hey, he could be great if he learns to settle down. He'll just be good if he stays on this path.
And look at Pete PCA the last 2 months. He's handling his emotions, or maybe because he's not making any outs, he's not getting that emotional. I don't know which it is.
Could be a combination of both.
Chicken or the egg.
Yeah. Right. Hey, he's entered the MVP conversation with what he's done this year.
Yes, he has.
2 and 2 on Hunter. He had the 30 big flies. Peter, the 5th pitcher used tonight, by Blake Butera. Three and 2. Fly ball, deep left field. Did Hunter get enough? You bet he did. 31st home run puts the Rockies up in the bottom of the 8th. How big was that?
Huge in a game that we've seen exchanges, big blows. Did Hunter Goodman just knock out the Nationals with this solo shot? This is not a bad pitch from Peter. And this is one of the few times you'll see Hunter Goodman. It was not his A swing, but it was his A power. It was a little slider. Check out where the location is. This is way down. In almost a one-hand, caught him off guard, and he got it.
That's like an Adrian Beltre swing.
No, you know what that was, Huey? That was Eugenio Suarez 3 days ago.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, okay.
Remember that
back
one?
knee.
Yeah. But you're right. It was Beltre back in the day.
He did that all the time.
That pitch was called the ball.
The pitch is called a ball. The catcher's
ABS
challenge.
powered by T-Mobile, a challenge from Ruiz. And Caber was right.
The pitch is a strike. Count is 0-2.
Castro will work out of an 0-2 ditch. Rockies 8-7. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jordan Romano, who's going to handle the ninth. He tied his career high set just last year. He did that over the full season. It's July 21st and he's got 31.
He's going to get to 40 at least.
And again, the National, he owns all the catching records. The Baby Bull, Willeen Rosario, 28 back in 2012. But you know what's in play? The 45 by Johnny Bench, the National League record for a catcher back in 1970. Willie hits one to deep center field. Young going back. And he'll gather it in a step shy of the track. Hunter Goodman goes deep. And the Rockies need 3 efficient outs to shake hands. They're up 8-7 heading to the ninth.
Motion for life.
Jordan Romano in from bullpen, summoned for the top of the ninth, trying to protect a 1-run lead. Mark Stout, Corey Sullivan, center field set, will be here for the UC Health postgame show. 6 pitches, that last one that Hunter got, he got it.
He did get it, number 31. I love seeing it here in the bottom of the 8th. It does kind of ruin my plan for Huey down in the well, though, because I know how hot and humid it is, Huey.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
I don't want you to get wet, but I'd have been okay with it tonight.
Me too.
Yeah.
So Jordan Romano will handle the ninth.
Yeah, we want a no drama ninth inning.
And naturally, you're going to see some of the big fellas for Washington. It's 9-1-2. Young with James Wood on deck. This should be an out. It is. Line drive right at the right fielder Johnston. 1 in the book.
That's a huge first out.
Orbit Cam is presented by York Space Systems. With Wood coming up, and you're right. I mean, you guys were never relievers, obviously, but you know how important that first one is.
The first out is the most important because it changes the entire inning.
First pitch strike on Wood, who has a pair of doubles tonight, including a 2-run double in the 4th inning, which at the time gave the Nats a 6-5 lead. This guy, he's frightened the daylights out of you.
He's terrified. There's a handful of guys in the league where when I watch him come to the plate, they scare me. And James Wood is at the top of the list because he has an extra attribute. He flies. He's not like Jordan.
Well, Jordan is a 300 hitter with massive power. In fact, he's the Triple Crown leader right now in the American League. This guy, to your point, he's a great hitter who has a lot of power, who also is a plus runner.
And he'll take a walk.
Oh boy, that was a good swing, but now Romano's got a 2-2 count, and that's where that breaking ball, Huey, really comes into play.
Yeah, but you better put it in a good spot, though. I mean, because the plate coverage for James Wood is remarkable.
Here we go, 2-2. Breaking ball's got him 1 out away. Romano punches out Wood. 2 gone in the ninth.
That's a huge punch out for James Wood. He still strikes out close to 30% of the time, and that's the location. He doesn't have a lot of holes, but it's that hole on the backside away from him. Saw Michael Lorenzen strike him out in the 1st inning on a backdoor slider. That's what Romano went to.
Luis Garcia single and a triple in 4 at bats. He takes ball 1. So we talk about the depth of this Washington lineup, the highest scoring team in baseball. Garcia has 20 home runs. One ball, 1 strike. Romano's the 6th pitcher utilized tonight by Warren Schaefer. 1-1. Now it's 1-2.
One more measly strike. That's it. That's it.
Pitch you like here?
The one that gets the final out.
I like it. Here's the 1-2. He's got him. And the Rockies have defeated the Nationals 8-7. A no-drama 1-2-3 night for the veteran Romano, including 2 strikeouts of James Wood and Luis Garcia Jr.
I love that it took till the final out to finally knock out the Washington Nationals. Tonight's game was fun. 9 rounds, back and forth. Hunter Goodman with the big bomb. That was a good win for the Rock Show.
That was a tremendous win for the Rockies. Goodman the homer, and late excellent relief from Mejia and Romano. The Rockies postgame show will be a blast. It's presented by UC Health. Mark and Sully coming up next.